All right. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report for a Wednesday. It is Wednesday, November 23rd. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your wacky Wednesdays. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by your good friends right here at hockeypicks.com. Follow the top pickers each and every day and make your selections so you can follow some of the top pickers. They'll follow you, and you can build your consensus by following the top hockey pickers each and every day right here at hockeypicks.com. Also, don't forget, calculate the parlays at parlaycalculator.com. The way this works, you put in your number, your figures of your money line parlay. So let's say I got a 170 underdog, a 220 favorite, a minus 110, a minus 150, a 170, and I put $25 and I calculate it, and it pays $1,380.79, and you can calculate your parlays each and every day right here at the parlaycalculator.com. And speaking of calculators, don't forget, you can always use the ATS calculator, and the way that works is, let's say Brooklyn is playing Toronto tonight. In Toronto, you go to NBA, you go to Brooklyn, and then you put in the Toronto Raptors. And then once you get that, you go survey says, and you can see that we have Toronto winning tonight, 1.57 points to 223.4. And that's how the ATS calculator works. And you can check it out each and every day for college basketball, NFL. You also get college football and all the sports that we have going. You can calculate it right there at ATScalculator.com. All right, a little overkill yesterday with one of my sound bites.
We're losing!
It was in my head all day. It was I think it's one of my best favorite ones now. But welcome to the show. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your wacky Wednesday. We started off the show pretty good with a wacky soundbite, and I can see the bullpen is slowly crawling, tumbling, and stumbling into the bullpen. That is what we call our chat box. Each and every day when we are live, you can see that people come in and they chat away, and we talk about today's action, and it's all about, the Janet Jackson song. What have you done for me lately? And that's what we focus on. That's what the Raymond Report is. It's about the fundamentals of sports betting. What's going on today? How can we help you get to the winner's circle tonight? Get you those pearls that we always talk about here on the show. Hey, you could be a Nobel Peace Prize winner, but if you don't give them the pearls, they won't come back. Hey, you come for the coffee, but you leave with the pearls. And I see the good members in at the ATS STATS Raymond Report in the bullpen. You see Ron B's in the house. Good morning, Ron. Good morning, Coach. And let's get that straight cash, homie. Yeah, let's get that straight cash, homie.
Straight cash, homie.
Yeah, and Gloria K. Good morning, Gloria K.
Put that coffee down.
Coffee's for closers, and Gloria K. is a closer. Plays and parlays in the house. How you doing there, plays and parlays? Morning all. Nothing like having Japan plus 800 to start your day. Yeah. How about our offense? Hey, and that was against Germany, one of the teams that I liked to win the turn. Hey, when Saudi Arabia beats Argentina, all hands on deck. Anything can happen, right? And hey, who knows? Maybe Canada can get a win today against who are they playing against? I forget who they're playing. Hey, I'm Canadian. I don't even know who we're playing. You can tell how much soccer action I watch. But you know what? Who are they playing again today? Let me go to my. I saw it last night before. I know they play at 2 o'clock. That I can tell you. I know they're playing at 2. I just forgot who they were playing against. Let me go back here. All right, so let's take a look at the action today in soccer. And let me see here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, 2-1 Japan over Germany. Morocco, Croatia, 0-0. Wow, Croatia, 0-0. And Belgium, that's it. Playing Belgium at 2. And then Spain, Costa Rica. Spain should win that one. So some good action today in soccer, the World Cup. And hopefully you guys are watching it. And top of the day, let's get those pearls, says OG Wheat. Hit that like button, everybody, if you do enjoy the show. And hey, I know the one thing you guys want is this.
I want winners.
Yeah, we're not losing. Good morning. Let me see here. Good morning, crew, says Haley Brennan. Good morning, Haley. And hopefully you're having yourself a good start to your morning. Hey, every time I say that, I think I'm in a coffee commercial. Hey, start to your morning. World Cup has been on fire for Gloria K. Mark Nation. Yeah, Belgium. Hey, my guy, Coach. How's it going, OG? Yeah, hey, Coach is doing great. In fact, I'm starting to quarterback training again starting tomorrow night. So tomorrow night, a little 7-on-7 action. with the one of the other coaches that I do here. But yeah, starting January, my quarterback school is will be back in full gear, and I'm looking forward to teaching quarterbacks again. Now that the pandemic is, hopefully it's behind us, I can open up the school again and start coaching quarterbacks and future leaders. Right. The one thing, and I'm going a little rant here, but the one thing about coaching quarterbacks, yeah, it's about coaching football, but it really is developing leaders, right? And that's one thing when you get older, you understand, the giving back to the community, giving back to the sport that you love so much, and just creating young leaders and quarterbacks. To me, I think the quarterback position is one of the toughest positions to play at all sports. I don't care what anybody says, playing quarterback in football is one of the top and toughest positions to play in all sports. All right, enough of that. It's Jermaine's World. Jermaine Brown's in the house. Good morning, Jermaine. Happy pre-turkey Thanksgiving, everybody, says Merc Nations. Yeah, you know what? Tomorrow is Thursday, November 24th in the United States. It's Thanksgiving, and we will be on air. I'll be on air tomorrow, and we'll get you all geared up for the 3 NFL football games, college football galore on Friday and Saturday. So we'll be doing a lot of that. Sports betting finally went live in my state today. And which state is that? It's Maine's World. I forget where you're from. Is it Georgia? Or is it down in Louisiana or Maryland? I can't remember. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what state is finally live. Hey, this just in. People have been betting. Hey, I don't want to go there. That's another video. All right, Belgium. Yeah, we got that. All right, don't forget, hit that like button if you do enjoy the show. We are going to talk sports betting today. But like we always do here at the top of the show, let's go feed the ponies. Picked a good track here today. Hey. Boom, boom, kaboom. I don't know how my Maryland, that's it. Hey, I said Maryland last, so I knew it was in the trifecta. Speaking of trifectas, get him in the gate. Yeah, they're off and running today at one of my favorite tracks. In fact, I haven't been to Tampa Bay Downs in a couple of years, but I'll be at Gulfstream in January, so maybe I'll do a live podcast from Gulfstream Park in the new year. All right, today at Tampa Bay Downs in race number 1, it's a $8,000 claiming race, 12:38 post time. Don't you love those post times, eh? Instead of like the top of the hour or the bottom of the hour, it's 12:38. 38. Where do we come up with 38 on the hour to do a first post time? Never really understood that, but hey, whatever. Distance 7 furlongs on the dirt, 4-2-1 in race number 1 today at Tampa Bay Downs. 2-1 morning line on the 4-horse Compass K, and C.E. Rojas taking the ride here on Compass K. The number 2 horse, Teddy's Honors, with Marco Meneses in the saddle on the number 2. Uncaptured Leon, Spinable taking a ride here on the number 1 horse, Uncaptured Lion, and Little Bull, 12-1 morning line on the 6 horse, Little Bull. Roland taking the ride here on Little Bull, but I'm going to go with the favorite here today. I'm going to go with the number 4 horse, Compass K, with Rojas in the saddle, 2-1 morning line, and take the number 4 horse today at Tampa Bay Downs at 12:38 post time. And what you want to do is put 10 to win, 10 to place on the number 4 horse. This way, if Compass K comes in first, you get paid twice. And if he comes in second, you get paid once, which is also nice.
Straight cash, homie. And
you get the straight cash from, not from Randy Moss, but from Tampa Bay Downs. And you can bet all the races today at the Downs using the ATS STATS.com horse racing tip sheet. 9 races today at Tampa Bay. Enjoy the fine sunshine. Hopefully it's nice and sunny in Tampa Bay today. And you're sitting there at the track and you're at the wire, with all those seats there. That's one thing I love about when I went to Tampa Bay Downs. They have all the benches in front at the wire. You can go get your hot dog, your pop, get your sheet, get your what do you call it, the form, and then you just go off and then you have a beautiful day at the racetrack. Hey, if you have never been to a horse racing racetrack, give it a shot. Especially if you're retired, right, and you're bored, nothing to do in the afternoon. It's a good way to kill a few hours and kill a few bucks, or you make a few bucks betting the ponies. All right, there you have it. That is the Tampa Bay Downs free tip sheet of the day, courtesy of your friends right here at ATSStats.com. All right, we got a lot of hockey and NHL action today because of Thanksgiving tomorrow. And we're going to go right into NHL, and then we're going to do NBA. Keep the, I was going to say keep the best for last, but NHL, NBA, it's two of my favorite sports, so I don't have a preference, but I don't know if you guys do. But sit down, enjoy a coffee, and enjoy the show here today. All right, let's go to the, what I'm going to do today, I'm going to use the Raymond report card. Now, I'm working on a different feature here to show you guys a different layout. I've got my programmer Pradeep working on a different. Right now this layout is on the horizontal. I want it more on the vertical, like the computer picks, right? Because at the end of the day, when you get a day like today, and you got 12 NHL games, I believe it's 12, and you got 15 NHL games and 12 NBA games. I think it's something like that. But anyway, this just in, we got a lot of games today at handicap. And the one thing when you're handicapping all these games, you got to have a process of elimination. I'm not laying 390 on Carolina to win, right? So why am I going to bother handicapping that game when I use the fundamentals of my tip sheet, and we all know what my fundamentals are, right? So if you go to tools and you go to the golden rules of sports betting, I'm looking for value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and I want to use a money management system. In a nutshell, if people say to me and say, Ron, you know what? I watch your show and I go to your website and it's a monster of a beast. Hey, and I know that. I know the website is a lot of information, and it's like paralysis by analysis, right? And when you're looking at all this and you're saying, I don't even know where to start. Here is the perfect page to start, because the way, when you talk about performance cycles, right? Perfect example last night, Montreal Canadiens, the line, looking back at last night and saying, okay, minus 120, that was going back and, hindsight being 2020, and you're saying, what happened to the Habs last night? It was 2-0 and I didn't even sit down on the couch yet. Hey, it was 2-0 Buffalo, and I was saying to myself,
We're losing!
we're losing that bet, hey? We're losing that bet. And it was just, you start looking and say, okay, it's going to be one of those nights in the NHL, right? So anyways, long story short, when you're handicapping your schedule, especially in baseball, right? When you're doing baseball and there's 15 games a day, you need a process of elimination. And in a snapshot, boom, this is the best way to have all the information that is important to you. And and if you look at the Raymond report, you go to the front page on the YouTube channel. I got 5 videos talking about in depth about the Raymond report, value, percentage play, performance cycles, and that's the 3 we're going to concentrate on right now. And then I'll look at player availability and management, money management. But the thing is, we have to have a process of eliminations. We got to see, okay, which one are we going to handicap to death? Because I'm not going to sit here, spend 20 minutes on Buffalo St. Louis, and then we're not even going to touch that game after, right? All right, so the Nature Boy's in the house. There's my good friend John. Hey, where's the Nature Boy here? Yeah, there we go. I had the Sabres and Rangers, Gloria K. That's why you're a closer, Gloria. Minnesota Wild today for Gloria, and Lance Rose liked. And to all, let's get this wacky Wednesday party cooking. Yeah, let's get this party cooking right now. Hey, it's almost when I hear that, I almost want to play my remix here. Yeah, let's get ready to rumble, and let's get this party party on the road, right? Or the show on the road. All right, St. Louis taking on the Buffalo Sabres now. The Sabres, are they going to be in a flat spot here today, playing a very hot St. Louis Blues team? And looking at the probable goalies tonight for St. Louis, and you're probably going to see Jordy Binnington in nets against Luukkonen. Looks like Luukkonen is the probable goalie. And that's the one thing, right? Like, it's just you don't know who's going to be in net. So you got to be like the CIA to get the starting goalies or the starting pitchers in baseball these days. All right, chances of winning 62.6%. And if you're looking at your screen for the very first time and you're saying, okay, what's the green, what's the red, and what's the yellow or the pink? I know it's pink, but it's supposed to be red, but red was too dark, so we went a little lighter right there. A rosé, how about that, eh? A nice rosé. But yeah, hey, don't be drinking a rosé and wine at 10:46 in the morning watching the Raymond report. Then I got a problem with the show, unless it's 5 o'clock somewhere, like say in Europe or something. Hey, where Rui Pedro Nagueira is listed. right, so St. Louis minus 170, 6.5 is the total. A 62.6% chance of winning here today for St. Louis. The Blues 5-4 on the road, where the Sabres 4-6. Buffalo still struggling, right? They're still in the bear cycle, even though they came off a win last night. In the Raymond report, I don't look at streaks, I look at cycles, and Buffalo is still in a bear cycle for 11 days. I do have the value at St. Louis at minus 135, and we're getting 170. So you know what, I think St. Louis is in a really good spot here today. I think we catch Buffalo in a flat spot after a 7-2 win last night in Montreal. I'm going to lean towards St. Louis, so I'm going to give it a check mark, and I'm going to go in depth later on. Arizona, Carolina. Now this is what I'm talking about, right? Is this, I got Carolina minus 390, way overvalued, right? I got minus 200. When you look at the on top here, then you're saying, what does DMVI stand for? The Daily Market Value Index. My line. That's in a nutshell. Hey, instead of saying Daily Market Value Index, here's my line. This is my line, and it's minus 200, then we're 390. Overvalued tonight, and the starting goalie is Carolina, Antti Ranta against Veshmelka. And you know what? For Arizona, Karel Veshmelka, 5-4-1 and a 3.23 goals against average. One shutout this year. And for Antti Ranta, 2.53 goals against average. Pretty good, but I'm not laying 390, and I'm not taking a C-type team, right? You know the rules. We don't bet on C-type teams, right?
No, you don't do that.
No, you don't do that. Hey, we're losing.
Sure.
Oh, piss on Eddie Shore.
Old-time hockey?
Piss on old-time hockey.
You're blowing it. All right, so Carolina, Arizona. Yeah, I'm not taking that game. And looking at Carolina, though, 4-3 at home. Not a really great record. Arizona on the road, 5-8. And here's the other situation, right? You're gonna get the mindset of like, you know what, Ron? Yeah, we're not betting 390 on Carolina, but you know, do we think Arizona has a shot to win this game? Do we think Arizona have a shot to win this game? Let's go to let me just show you in the SBI, the Sports Betting Index, on how the NHL underdogs are doing the last 7 days. 48.1%, and on the year 40.9. So that's an 8% difference on the year to the 7-day average. So if you take the year average, so always think short-term cycle, long-term cycle, right? And that's how I look at things. And from a short-term cycle, 48.1, and the overall average is 40.9. So on the year, we are 8% over on the short cycle. So that tells me that we're in a hot market right now for the underdogs. But when underdogs only win 40% on the year, and we're already at 48% last 7 days, I don't like this play here tonight. So if you're thinking of taking Arizona, I don't think it's a good. Hey, if you just want to take the value play and you say, you know what, good value at plus what are they, plus 300 or something like that, then, you know, fill your boots. But I don't think it's a wise money management decision. All right, with that loss last night, Montreal is now a C-type team. Look at that. The Montreal Canadiens were a B-type team yesterday, and that's why we took the field. Let me see here. What's their record now on the year? 9-10. Yeah, going in the other direction. So we got C on C-type crime here tonight. Montreal most likely can go with Montembeault tonight in nets. Yeah, so Sam Montembeault is 3-2-1, 2.83 goals against, and up against Korpisalo for the Blue Jackets. But the Blue Jackets, they're not any good too, right? 7-11. Hey, they're 7-11. All right, there's a joke in there somewhere, but I'll keep it serious. Columbus, minus 115, 6.5 is the total, 68.13. And looking at yesterday's sheet, Buffalo was a C-type team, and Montreal struggles against those C-type teams. Look at that, 4-6. And tonight, they're taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets, a C-type team. And also, Columbus 3-4. Neutral, 6 days. I think Montreal is the play here tonight. So, I think St. Louis, Carolina, I think Montreal is the play here tonight. And next game, Boston. Oh, there's the game of the night. Boston against Florida. Maybe some goals against in CBJ, says Lance LaRose. Arizona, Carolina under. Yeah, I like that play. You know, you got a goalie with Vishmelka doing pretty good. And yeah, I like that, Lance. That's a good one there. He likes Arizona, Carolina under. I think that's a good play. And, you know, I said last night I think, you know, if you didn't like Montreal, I thought the over would have been good. And sure enough, it went over, right? Boston, Florida, minus 115. A 56.4% chance of winning for Florida, but 62.6 for the hot Boston Bruins. Boston Bruins, one of the best teams in the NHL. In fact, when you look at the overall standings in the National Hockey League, there's the Boston Bruins, 17-2. New Jersey, man. Hey, Lindy Ruff's got those guys firing. I saw the game Saturday here in Ottawa. New Jersey can roll 4 lines. And you know what? They're a pretty big team. They're a pretty big team, too. Bastian, number 14. Man, this guy's pretty good. All right, let me see here. Detroit, Boston, Florida. Look at Boston, 11-0 at home, but 6-2 on the road, which is outstanding. And against C-type teams, which Florida, I can't believe Florida's a C-type team. Really? Let's go to the Florida Panthers record overall. And in fact, if I just do the calculation real quickly, it should tell me a 9-10. So Florida 9-10 on the year. That's what it should say right there. Or 10-8. Wait, 10-8. Hang on here. Florida. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a look at this here. As let me see here. Florida. What's 9-10. There we go. What I was looking at something else there for something. All right, 9-10 on the year. And you can see here, Florida 9-10 against A-type teams, 4-3. But look at Boston against C-type teams, team below 500, 10-2. The Boston Bruins are 10-2 against teams with a below 500 record. Bullish 42 days. You know, Boston, they're just they don't rebuild, they reload here. I don't know how you go Florida. I don't know how you do it. I think Boston is the play. The only thing I don't like is that Boston on the road. And they played the other night, right? They proved they beat the other night. Was it Tampa Bay 5-3? But they get 1 day's rest in between. And the last 10 head-to-head meetings, look at that, 7-3. And Florida is 3-7 the last 10 against Boston. I think, tough. It's tough here. Florida at home. What's the starting goalies? Starting goalies tonight in Spencer Knight. All right. So Spencer Knight 5-3-1. You're getting the backup instead of Bobrovsky. When the Bruins come to town, all right? And Swayman. Okay, Jeremy Swayman. Now, Swayman it's been Allmark, the guy, right? Allmark's been the guy, so it looks like Montgomery's going to try to get Swayman's confidence back up. You know what? I think Florida might be the call here. I don't have a lot of confidence in Swayman, even though he's got a 3-1 record, but playing on the best team in the NHL. I think if you're going to take a flyer, maybe Florida puck line. Maybe Florida puck line. Yeah, I don't like with Swayman in nets. And, Boston's not going to go like 85-2 here. You know what I mean? Like, eventually they gotta cool down. And we'll see. And it goes with my uncomfortable pick feeling, right? When you get a team that's like Boston is bullish, 11-0 at home, 6-2 on the road, 10-2 against C-type teams. The whole world's going to be on them. And what's the golden rule of sports betting? When everybody's on one team, you go the other way, right? So I'm gonna go Florida. I'm gonna take a big deep breath. I'm gonna have a bottle of Pepto-Bismol beside me, and I'm gonna take the Florida Panthers tonight. All right, Nashville taking on Detroit. Bruins roll, says Lance. Bruins win. I got to be on drugs and inebriated to bet the Panthers. Hey, he goes, Bo Jackson says, I got to be on drugs and inebriated to bet the Panthers tonight. But hey, sometimes you got to take that uncomfortable pick. When you look at a game and you're saying, you know what, it looks too easy. It looks like, it's like free money. It's like, walking in a candy store and everything's free, right? It looks too easy. It's like, no, there's something here. But let me see the injury report. That's another thing, right? Let's take a look at the injury report. Who's rule number 4 of the Raymond report. Player availability. Let's take a look at the injury report. Boston tonight. Yeah, you know what? Only Duclair is out for Florida. Frederick day-to-day. Felipe Forbert. We're good here. All right, yeah, you know what? Hey, sometimes you got to take a shot, right? You can't have favorites win all the time. So give me Florida home. Yeah, and look at the price, minus 115. Even the bookmakers are, when I see the line at minus 115, and what's my line on Florida normally? Minus 232, and Boston plus 105, and you're getting minus 105. This line is telling you that the bookmakers, know that you're betting Boston. So what they're trying to do is like, okay, here's Boston at minus 105, and you know this, who are you going to trust? But here's a good question. So remember yesterday in that Memphis game where against the Sacramento Kings, great win for the Kings last night. What a great game too. But the line opened up -2 for the Kings, and then during the day it flipped. I would love to take credit, say that the Raymond report flipped that line, but we didn't. That went to Memphis -1. This is a good example of Ross. What Ross Benjamin talks about all the time. Who are you going to trust more, the betting public or the bookmaker? There's a great example on trusting the bookmaker with that line flip. The bookmakers had Sacramento -2 to start today, and then the public reversed it to -1 for Memphis. And at the end of the day, who won? The bookmaker, right? Anyway, little sports betting 101 right there. Nashville taking on Detroit. You got the Predators on a neutral cycle right now, 4 days against Detroit, neutral 14. Hey, you know what? We're looking pretty good with our futures bet with Detroit, right? Remember at the beginning of the year, I said, guys, Detroit is looking pretty good. Let me see what the standings. If the standings were to the playoffs were to start today, as Jim Morrow would say, right?
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
Yeah, playoffs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, Detroit would be in. Detroit would be in the playoffs today. If the playoffs started Detroit, Detroit would be in today. Detroit would be in. So anyway, don't want to put the cart in front of the horse too quickly here. It's only November 23rd, but we're off to a good start. That's all I'll say about that. -115. I had the line at -155. I got a 4-unit recommendation when Detroit's at home against those C-type teams, 6-5. All right. So when you look at B-type teams, 1-1, and against the top teams, 2-3. They win 40% of their games against teams with a 60 or higher win percentage. And when you look at Nashville on the road this year, 3-5 on the season. And against B-type teams, 0-4. I'm going to go with the Red Wings here. I like Detroit. And the starting goalies tonight, let's see who the probables are tonight in Detroit. You can't say the Big D because the Big D is Dallas, right? Motor City, there you go. In the Motor City, Alex Nedeljkovic. Nedeljkovic, there you go. Hey, whew, almost gotten a grammar tongue twister right there. Nedeljkovic against Yuri Serl. Hey, you know what? That could be an under game too. Save percentage 87 for Nedeljkovic and Serl's 91%. Goals against on Alex is pretty high though. But I'm gonna take a flyer here. I'm gonna go with the Detroit. And hopefully with that, they go 6-4 here tonight. So I'm going to lean on the Red Wings against Nashville. But you are getting -105 with Nashville. I think you're getting a fair market value on both these teams. I don't think any team's undervalued, overvalued. I think you're getting fair market value. And yeah, we'll see if that works out for us tonight. Winnipeg taking on the Minnesota Wild. The Wild, the 160 favorite. -140 is my line, and I had 125 for Winnipeg. Winnipeg on the season 11-6, and when they're on the road against those C-type teams, 3-2. Hey, not a overall against those C-type teams, 3-2, and for Minnesota at home against those A-type teams, 1-2. So not a lot of occurrences against those teams at home, or overall against those C-type teams, right? Let me go to my let me see here. Let me go to my strength of schedule, and let me see how Minnesota -160, right? That line looks a little high, right? That line does look a little high. Let me go to my strength of a schedule database. Let me do Minnesota at home. We'll do last 5 against A-type teams at home. Last 5 games against A-type teams, 3-2. And let me see 3-2. The average score is almost 3.2 to 3.2, 6.3 the over-under. Interesting. Very interesting. But 3-2 against A-type teams. Probables tonight for that game between Minnesota. Let me see here. Minnesota and Winnipeg. Connor Hellebuck against Philip Gustafsson, former Senator. Former Sen. Ooh, don't like that. I'd rather see Fleury between the pipes. But you know what? Until I get confirmation on the starting goalie, if this is Fleury, that's a go. If it's Gustafsson, probably a no play, or maybe Winnipeg. If it's Gustafsson, I probably like Winnipeg. To me, if I'm going to touch up Minnesota, I need Fleury, and that's 160, 55% chance of winning. I got a 3.1, 2.8 forecast. Winnipeg on the road against C-type teams. Let me see how Winnipeg does on the road against C-type teams. Winnipeg on the road against C-type teams. Last 5. 4-1. Yeah, pretty dominant, right? So, yeah, you know what? Maybe Winnipeg is the right call here. Minus 140. Minnesota a little bit overvalued. Again, I'll go back to the goalies. If Fleury's in nets, I'll take Minnesota. But if it's Gustafsson, I'm going to lean with Winnipeg. And that's the bottom line. Yeah.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
All right, Calgary taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Should be a good game tonight in Pittsburgh. Minus 120 is the line. I had the Penguins at minus 152. So when you look at the value index, I had the Penguins at minus 152. And speaking of the value index, let me do this here. Let me bring over my value report. I'm just going to bring this over here. All right, so let's go to Tools, Value Report. This is where I see if I got value on some of these teams, right? So I'll go to NHL, and I'm talking about Pittsburgh. Les Penguins de Pittsburgh at home. So Pittsburgh at home. All right, minus 150. 150 against B-type teams. 270. See, this is the Crosby factor right there. Crosby, Malkin, Letang factor. The triplets, right? 150 against A-type teams. 152 against B-type teams, and 270 against the beatables, right? That's a big margin right here, from 150 to 270. That's like a $120 difference. That is, hey, that's pretty big. It's pretty big. All right, Pittsburgh, 63.8% chance of winning, and bullish 3 days. 3-3 at home this year. Not a lot of home record games, right? If you look at this game here, let me go to the Raymond report. Let me take out that Pittsburgh game. Let me go to Pittsburgh against Calgary. Pittsburgh against Calgary. All right, so yeah, only 6. Look at that. Pittsburgh has only played 6 home games and 13 road games. Maybe that's explains a little bit of this. Not enough home cooking here for the Penguins, right? And they are getting a little bit old, right? Let's be honest. Crosby's what, 37, 38 now. Same with Gino, and Letang. So these guys are, their top players are getting a little bit older. Calgary on the road this year, 3-4, 4-6 at Pittsburgh. And you know what? This can go either way here tonight. And let me see here. Let's go to the fundamentals. Calgary, I got 36% chance. So neutral 4 days, but Calgary hasn't been really dominant. If you look at their games, even though they've won a couple here, they got the Flyers, Panthers, so C-type team, lost to the Lightning, lost to the Kings. They're beating the beatables. I think Calgary is in that little bit of a hiccup right now, right? It's a long season, and you go through your ups and downs in the seasons, and I wonder if Calgary is going to get out of this. But you're getting Calgary as an underdog. That's the part I do like. I do like getting Calgary as an underdog here tonight. Markstrom against Tristan Jarry, 8-4-2 against 5-3-2 Jarry. You know what? I'm going to go Calgary. I'm going to take Calgary. I'm going to take the value on the Calgary Flames here. I think we're getting pretty good value. Neutral 4 days on the road against those C-type teams, though. Not that great record, 1-2. And against Pittsburgh, only 1-3 against B-type teams. You know what? I think we take a shot here and we go Calgary. Toronto taking on New Jersey. Man, the Devils. How many games in a row have they won? 13 now? Is it 13 the New Jersey Devils have won? This is a good. Hey, this just in. They're pretty good. They are a pretty good hockey team. 13-game win streak. What do I always say about the streaks, right? You get to 3, you can talk me in and out of a game. You get to 4, hold the rope, get on the bus, enjoy the ride, right? It's been a hell of a ride. 13 games, and if you do progressive betting, and this is one of the things that I used to do, or I do sometimes. It's called progressive betting in streaks, right? So let's say you get a team like Calgary, New Jersey, and after 4 games you said, you know what, or even 3, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that bet and just progressively go with them, right? And you just take them every day, every game. And let's say you do 1 unit, and if they win, you put 2 units, and if they win, you put 4 units, and then you start back at 1 again, and you see if you can go back in the progressive cycle. You see how that cycle works? If you get a team, then you got to be lucky here. Now, let's be honest, right? It's sports betting. But let's say if you got on New Jersey on that 3rd win, and you put 1 unit, and then 2 units, and then 4 units, so the progressive, and then you restart the cycle like at game 6 or 7, you've already made 7 units, right? 6 units, or 1, 2, and then 4, right? So that is, what's that? 4, 5, 6, 7 units. So you've already made 7 units, and then you start to cycle back at 1. It's progressive betting. It's a different way of investing, right? It's almost like, there's so many ways you can make money in sports betting. Hedging, puck line, there's a lot of different ways. But that's one of the progressive things that I used to do, and I still do sometimes depending on the team that I'm gonna progressively bet. So tonight, minus 135, 60.8% chance of winning. 8-2 at home, 3-5. Look at Toronto struggling on the road. Only at the road. A little bit of Jekyll and Hyde syndrome right here. Almost like, was it Denver Nuggets there a couple years ago to have like a 80% win percentage and then on the road? Or was it Utah? It's one of those teams, the NBA. I just don't understand those teams. Teams that win at home, but they can't win on the road. I just don't really get how that really works, unless it's strength of schedule, right? Depending who they're playing on the road. But neutral, 6 days. Against Fort New Jersey, bullish 26 days. The only team hotter than New Jersey is Boston. 8-2 at home, and against B-type teams, 6-1 overall. Hold the rope. Hold the rope. You got to go New Jersey here. Minus 135. My line on the game, minus 159. But if you took Toronto, it's not a bad bet. But just keep in mind, Toronto 3-5 on the road, and against A-type teams. Pretty good record, 4-3, a winning record against A-type teams. This will be a good hockey game, and they played last week, and obviously New Jersey won. It was at 3-2, I think the score was 3-2. Yeah, 3-2 against I think that was Saturday night at the Scotiabank Arena. All right, so I do like New Jersey here. Philadelphia, Washington. You got the Capitals minus 235. Anytime I see a C-type team that has a minus 200 or more, that's a hey, no pun intended, that's a red flag right here, with the red, the rosé, not the red, the rosé. This is two bad teams right now. You got Washington 5-5 at home, Philadelphia 3-7 on the road, Bears 11 days, Bears 19 days. The only good news about this is that one of these Bears team is going to win tonight. And misery loves company, and they're meeting tonight in Washington. No play here for me. If I were to play this game, I take Philly just because of the value. I just strictly beer pizza money on Philadelphia. Take the Geico. Not if you want the Geico insurance at plus $1.50, then you can go for it. But if you're gonna take this one, I just take you just against the price. You bet against the price. It's just like uncomfortable pick time, right? So Washington would be the play. Philly would be the play for me. All right, baby. There's my good friend Brent Vianney. Hang on there, Brent.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
All right, I got some, let me see here. If Swayman plays bad, they will pull him, and the other goalie will come through for the win. Daryl Turner. Hey, there's Daryl and his other brother, Daryl. Welcome to the show, Daryl. Bruins are like the Kings last night. They go to be true. Bo Jackson, it was the Kings' money line on the day. The books duped people to bet Memphis because of Ja Morant. Yeah, maybe that's why the line, somebody knew inside that he was playing, right? Bo Jackson, crazy how Ja was supposed to be out, and he's back after one game. Yeah, you know what? If you remember that game where he got injured and he was helped off the court, and people are saying, okay, well, we'll see him back in a month. and there's Superman, or Superfly.
Hey, Fred, that's one of them Superman suits, ain't it?
Superfly, Bubba, Superfly.
Yeah, Superfly, Bubba, and that is Ja Morant. NBA is a joke with these injuries. Right, the Bruins are like the Sacramento Kings last night. Do you trust the bookies or the public? I trust my gut and my eyeballs with the Bruins. Hellebuck playing great again. Jets playing better beat than the Panthers. Bo Jackson laughs. December 18, 2019 was the last time Boston Celtics beat the Dallas Mavericks, says Daryl Turner and his other brother, Daryl. I was on the Rangers money line in France. There's a wicked parlay right there. New York Rangers and France. Hey, you don't see that very often, Elliot? All right, let me see. Next game here. Edmonton against the New York Islanders. And you got a B against an A-type team here in the Raymond Report. Islanders are like New Jersey, but New Jersey a little bit better. But the Islanders, all they do is win hockey games. 12-5 on the year. And you can see we do have a 68.1% chance of winning. Compared to 42.7 for the Oilers. I kind of like the Oilers here tonight. Look at this 120. This looks like a lot. The mentality that I have here, like when I see the line on the Islanders 120, Let me know if you guys have that same type of feeling of last night, Buffalo, Montreal, right? Montreal minus 120. Buffalo comes in there and friggin', blows the friggin' doors down the first minute. I didn't even sit down with my coffee yesterday. It was already 2-0. Hey, I finished supper. I make a coffee. I go to sit down, and I'm like, wow, 2-0. Okay, well, this game sucks. Hey, Montreal, where's our offense?
How about our offense? When are we going to put it together?
Yeah, last night was old-time hockey right there in Montreal.
Sure.
Oh, piss on Eddie Shore.
Old-time hockey?
Piss on old-time hockey.
You're blowing it. All right, Edmonton against the New York Islanders. So you can see here the Islanders minus 120. I like Edmonton. Anytime you get two teams that I find are pretty much even, and you got the best player on the ice playing for the Oilers, how do you not take the Oilers here, right? And when you look at the stats, let me see McDavid. Yeah, you got the top, McDavid and Draisaitl. You got the two best players right now playing the best hockey, and Jason Robertson. Hey, Dallas. That's remember I talked about Dallas, how they've been a pretty good team, even though they lost in the shootout though. They against was it Vegas or no? Who was it that was a shootout the other night? I'm sure you guys will tell me. Colorado, yeah, Colorado. But look at that. The two top scorers in the leagues go at it tonight against the Islanders. And you know what? Edmonton, they need to get going here. They need to get going. This 10 and, what was it, their record? 10 and 10-11? No, hang on here. Let me see here. What's Edmonton's record? What's Edmonton's record on the year? The Oilers, Edmonton Oilers, New York Islanders. Let me take a look at the standings here, where they sit in the overall standings. Edmonton. All right, where's Edmonton here? Yeah, middle of the pack in the Pacific. Hey, 10-9-0. 10-9-0. What do I have here? 10-9. Yeah. So not good. Hey, not good. So I'm gonna take the Islanders here. The Edmonton Oilers. I'm gonna take the Edmonton Oilers here tonight against A-type teams. And look at this. Against when Edmonton's played B-type teams, 4 occurrences, 2-2 against see, they've been playing the top heavy teams, 2-1. So they played 12 games against A-type teams, 6-6, and combined 4-7, 4-3, 7. They've only played 7 B and C type teams, right? So the strength of schedule favors Edmonton. Give me the Oilers tonight. I think Edmonton might be a silver bullet too. I'm gonna put a little aesthetic right there, as they say in French. An aesthetic. I'm gonna put Edmonton might be my silver bullet play of the night. All right, 111 last 12 says Mark Nations. Devils, give me a woo for the Devils. Yeah, you get a Ric Flair for the Devils. New Jersey Devils for sure. Yeah, a Ric Flair for the New Jersey Devils. Anyone see Cowboys ATS record on Thanksgiving Day? Yeah, I'll check it out. I'm sure the quick members of ATS will get that out there in a second. All right, let's get to Edmonton, Chicago, Dallas. Yeah, this is minus 315. Wow, that's a big line. I had minus 162. Chicago, 6-12 on the year against B-type teams, 1-4. Yeah, I got to go Dallas here. No way I'm taking Chicago. San Jose, Seattle. You know what? For an second-year expansion team, they're doing very well. In fact, they are, let me see here, 10-8 on the season against C-type teams, 4-3. San Jose against B-type teams, 2-4. Neutral, 8 days. But minus 116. Seattle way overvalued tonight. I don't like that. I had them at minus 116, and you're getting 170. This line looks a bit inflated to me. I think this line's way overvalued. And let me see the starting goalies tonight. Probable for San Jose. James Reimer, 5-7-2, 2.92 goals against average. And Martin Jones, 9-4-2, and a 2.30 goals against average. I don't like this line, minus 170. You're getting almost $50 or $54 overvalued line. 5-6 at home. Not a great home record. We're San Jose 5-4. You know what? Take a flyer. Take a flyer on the Sharks. Ottawa. Okay. Hey, sorry, but I got to do this.
We're losing!
We're losing, Ottawa. What's going on? All right, Vegas minus 250. It could get ugly here tonight. I think the over is where you want to lean here tonight. 67.5%. Vegas 6-3 at home. Ottawa 1-6 on the road. That's awful. Hey, you're blowing it.
Piss on old-time hockey. You're blowing it.
Yeah, piss on old-time hockey. Ottawa, bearish 18 days. Yeah, Vegas is the play here today. We're losing. All right, Vancouver, Colorado, minus 200. The minus 269 was my line, so you can see a little bit of a $69 haircut tonight on the discount. Hey, where do you pay? I hope you guys don't pay $69 for a haircut. Hey, that's pretty expensive, unless you're on Rodeo Drive there in Hollywood, California or something, right? Vancouver, 6.5 is the total. I do have a 40% chance, so only 40% on Colorado, really. 40 on the chance of winning. Why is that? Let me go check the, let me go to my, I want to see this. 40% only. That's looks a little bit low. Let me go to my forecast here. Is it this one? No, I think it's the other one here. Hang on. Let me do this. Let me do this. New forecast. Let's go NHL. All right, let's go to Colorado. Any team playing a 6.5 off 3 wins and coming off an ATS loss, 40%. Wow, look at the okay, so look at this. Anytime you got a home favorite, the total 6.5. The home team's on a 3-game win streak and they're coming off an ATS loss. So when you think about that, you know, they're coming off a 3, but hang on here. 1 ATS loss. Did they win 5-3? So maybe we're off here. Last Colorado. Yeah, didn't they win like 5? Oh no, shootout. That's right. It was a shootout against Colorado. Yeah, so that's right. Okay, so here's my way of thinking here. Anytime you got a home favorite like Colorado, the total's 6.5. So right there, what does the total tell you? You got 2 teams who can put the puck in the net, right? So you got, 2 teams who can play offense, defense, not so much. The home team's on a 3-game win streak, but they didn't blow the doors off last game. They wanted a shootout. So that's why, look at the puck line tonight, 4-21. And what's the puck line on the game here tonight? Let me check my sports book here. Let me go to the tell of the tape. All right, let me see here. Hockey, NHL, and the Colorado, Vancouver. Plus 1.5, minus 143. And who's the starting goalies tonight for Vancouver? Thatcher Demko against Francouz. You know what? I do like this. I like Vancouver puck line. Vancouver puck line. Do I think they're going to win? I don't know. That's probably not. But if we get a 3-2, 4, well, a 6.5, so we get a 5-4, 4-3 type game. Puck line, Vancouver. I think, let me see. And you know what? Neutral 8 days. So they do, neutral against 8 type teams. Oh boy, that's all right. There's the cold shower right there. 0-7. Hey, that just ruined the party right there. Hey, sorry, Mike Singletary. We're not gonna like this party. Hey, as my Mike Singletary party.
Hey, baby! We're gonna be here all day! We're gonna be here all day, baby! I like this kind of party!
No, I don't like this kind of party, Mike. I don't like this party where it's 0-7 against 8 type teams. If you do take it, it's probably my uncomfortable pick of the night. But again, you're getting a C-type teams. And what's the rules in the Raymond report? We don't bet on C-type teams, right, Denis?
No, you don't do that.
All right. It's unfortunate. You know what? Then this is why you watch the show, right? We handicap, and sometimes you catch yourself. And the one thing when you're handicapping games, you're it's like the processor goes right in your computer. You probably got an 8 gig of RAM or 64 gigs, and it's just sometimes you're over overdoing it. And but this is why the RAM report, it's foolproof, I think, right? Because it reels you back into your fundamentals. Was there value tonight? Minus 269, so you got good value on Colorado. The percentage play, 40% though. That's the kicker right there. Only 40% to Colorado. It's not even that 50% for the favorite, but only 21.4% chance for Vancouver. Performance cycles, 0-7 on the year, 6 and 13. Not a good play. Yeah, you know what? Colorado wins, but if you're gonna put beer and pizza money on the puck line, good luck. All right, last one on the board. Rangers, Anaheim. Rangers, big win last night in La La Land, beating the LA Kings 5-3. It was 2-0. Worst lead in hockey. John Terry said this about 10 years ago. If you watch a hockey game and you feel good about a 2-0 lead, leave the room because it's the worst lead in hockey. And you know what? It's true. If you think about it, when a hockey team gets a 2-0 lead, it's as if there's overconfidence on the bench, right? It's like, 2-0, we can let our guard down. We can, stop back checking. We can play less defense. No. Hey, 2-0 lead in hockey, the worst lead in hockey. You want to get that third goal as fast as you can. Minus 165, 68.7% chance of winning. And B-type team against C. Rangers, though, let me see how they do in back-to-back games. Let me see how the Rangers do in back-to-back games this year. Man, we got a boatload of games here today, right? But then we'll go to NBA. Hey, I got 10 minutes for the NBA. You guys good with that? Hey, I won't do that to you guys. All right, New York Rangers, 2-game win streak. 4-6 at Anaheim on the Duck Pond. But Anaheim only 3-7 against the Rangers. Let me see here. Rangers 10-10 on the year. Back-to-back game. Look at that. Only one occurrence. They're 0-1 in back-to-back games on the road. What about overall? Let me go to the my database. This is why sometimes I got to go to my super database. Superfly. All right, go to NHL. Let's do New York Rangers. Overall in back-to-back games. Now, this might take me a while to find this here. Where's my back-to-back? Oh, there we go. That was quick. Hey, sometimes when I look at the super database, I go, oh, no, it's good. Hey, dead air. Here comes dead air. Hey, worst thing in doing a podcast is dead air. You don't want dead air. That's why we're not on a network. Imagine having dead air on the network. I'd probably have a producer losing his mind. All right, any team back-to-back games. Rangers this year, only 2. Wow, 2 unders though. Okay, let's try this. How about any NHL? Who's favored tonight? Rangers? Rangers, they should be favored, right? Let me go to the Rangers, minus 165. All right, let's try this. Any team that's a home favorite in back-to-back games coming off a win. We'll do a win first. Let's do a 2-goal win right here this season. Survey says, okay, sorry, not home favorite, road favorite. Come on, Ron, get with the program here. Coming off back-to-back games, 3-2, 1-4 in the puck line. All right, how about the last 2 years? Let's try the last 2 years. Last 2 years, away favorites in back-to-back games. So the second of a back-to-back off a 2-goal win, 16-3. Wow. Okay. Wow. That's hey, where's I need a
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Hey, Rui or Elliot, not Elliot, but Isaiah. Isaiah Moore likes these systems too. Look at that. Any NHL road favorites the last 2 years playing in back-to-back games coming off a 2-goal win. They are 16-3. I got 2-goal win, right? Coming off a 2-goal win, right? Coming off a 2-goal win. Let me do the last 3 years. What about the last 3 years? Last 3 years? 20-9. Still pretty good. All right. You had me at yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. All right, give me the Rangers against the Ducks. That's a pretty good 16-3. I like that. Hey, I like that kind of party. All right, there you have it. That is my selections for today. And you know what? Let me go put in my picks at hockeypicks.com while I'm still fresh here, while I handicap the game. So let me go to Hockey Picks. All right, game number 1, Winnipeg, Minnesota. See, I don't know the goalie, so I don't like doing this. But I'm going to assume... Let me see what my other site says here. Let me see if the other site says Winnipeg. Gustafsson. I can't do it. All right, I'm going to go Winnipeg if it's Gustafsson, just for this purpose here. But if it's Fleury, I can't change the pick. Anyways, card laid, card played. Minnesota, I'm going to go Winnipeg. They take the safe side, but only 53%. I'm going to go Carolina, 62%. I'm going to take Florida on a flyer, 54%. Maybe Matthew Tkachuk. Hey, maybe Matthew's in a nasty mood tonight. Gets the Bruins all fired up with no Frederick on the ice tonight too, right? I'm going to go Calgary, 56. I'm going to take Montreal to bounce back against Columbus. I'm going to go St. Louis. I'm going to think Buffalo Yeah, after a big win last night, they come out flat. I'm going to take New Jersey, 58%. I'm going to take a flyer on the Flyers, no pun intended. I'm going to go with Detroit, 55. I'm going to go with the Oilers, 57%. Big Dallas, Big D, 60%. Going with the Rangers, 58 with that stat. Yeah, Vegas, big time, 72. Seattle, what did I say here? I'm going to take Sharks. Did I say Sharks? San Jose. I don't think I handicapped this game, did I? Did I do this game? San Jose? I did. I think I did at the beginning. Let me see here. San Jose. Yeah, taking San Jose, 52. And yeah, I'm gonna go Colorado, but it could be a 4-3 type game. I'm calling a 4-3 type game of game here. All right, and what you want to do is once you make your picks at Hockey Picks. Now the other pickers that I follow haven't made their picks yet. You follow their picks and then you build a consensus if you want. Right? That's the beauty of Hockey Picks. All right, let's get to the National Basketball Association, and we got to start. Hey, if we do NBA, we need our hype music here.
Let's get ready to rumble!
You got to move it.
Y'all ready for this?
All right, it's time for you know what. Gotta have the chimes, right? If you're gonna do NBA, you gotta have the chimes. All right, let's keep this party rolling. Says who said that? That was pretty funny. Yeah, Coach, keep this party rolling. The show stopped short of an hour yesterday, and today there's plenty of pearls to have. Yep. You know what? The show must go on. That's the. Yeah, the show must go on. All right, here we go. It's time for some NBA action. DJ Ronnie in the house, says Elliot. Yeah, DJ Ronnie getting my groove on here today in the NBA. All right, Minnesota taking on Indiana. Now the Pacers, a 1-point underdog, home dog tonight against Minnesota. So let me get my injury report out here. The one thing with the NBA these days, well, can we trust the NBA injury report? Everybody's like daytime, game time decision, and oh, look at that, John Morant's in the lineup. How did that happen? He was pulled off the court last week by 3 ambulance drivers, and here he is on the court. All right, let me see here. What we got tonight? You got Minnesota, Indiana. All right, the Pacers. Let me see. All right, nobody's pretty good. All right, I think we're good to go here. Close my goalie report. I'll close that, and let me close this so I can get organized here, so I can go to my chart. Anytime you see me looking to my left, I'm just looking at my other screen to get information. So if you're ever wondering, well, what's he keep looking to his left for? Is something distracting him? Yeah, it's an injury report. Hey, and it's where I look at your chat too, right? So I look at the chat right here. All right, if you follow my teams. All right, there we go. Sprinkle a little something. All right, love Sacramento tonight for Daryl Turner and his other brother Daryl. 5-teamer, I can't count apparently. Yeah, welcome to the club. All right, Indiana taking on the Minnesota. Now, here's the thing. Do you guys want me, and I'll wait for you guys to say it in the chat, when I handicap this game, do you want me to go to the calculator too? Or do you just screw it and pass on? So when I handicap this game, do you want me to bring, like, say what the ATS calculator likes to? You guys let me know. All right, and if you guys want me to do like the handicapping and then do the calculator, then I'll do that. But if you guys just say no, screw it, just stick with the report card. This here is what I call now the Raymond report card. It's the old VPP, the volume percentage play, but I think it's best we just call it the report card. The Raymond report card. Better late than never, says FU Cancer. There's my good friend. Hey, is in the house. Hope you're doing well there, FU Cancer. And Minnesota -1, 235. I had the line of -5.5 tonight for the T-Wolves, and I got a 115-114 victory for Minnesota. Minnesota on the road, 4-3 on the year, straight up. 6-3 for the Pacers at home, and against those B-type teams at home, 2-1, or overall, not at home, 2-1 overall. But look at Minnesota. Look at Minnesota against the beatable, 6-0. Let's see the entire work process, just like school. Show your work. Show the work. All right, so let's go Minnesota. Let's do Minnesota against Indiana. Survey says ATS calculator likes Minnesota 227 2.96, and we got what here? About 229. So we like it under. All right. So you know what? I'm going to lean here. So let's go to our fundamentals, right? Where's the value? You do have value on Minnesota, but you're not getting value on Indiana. The percentage play favors the Pacers. The performance cycles. Let me see, a B-type team against an A. No, look at that. Yeah, you know what? Here, I was reading that wrong. When Minnesota takes on an A-type team, so teams with a 60 or higher win percentage, they are 2-7, and look at that, for 2-7, where Indiana's 2-1. I'm gonna go Pacers. I'm gonna go Pacers here. I'm gonna take the Pacers, but you know what? A lot of games here tonight. Doesn't mean we have to. Hey, the thing is, don't. What do I always say in sports betting? Don't date it, marry it. If you like it, play. Hey, don't date it, marry it. Don't be on the fence. That's what that means. I got too many conflicting numbers. I got the calculator telling Minnesota. I got my forecast saying Minnesota, but I got the Cal saying Indiana. No play for me tonight. Sorry, guys. Whenever I get the conflicting, you got to have a system, right? Like Mike Tyson says all the time, everybody has a plan till they get punched in the mouth, right? If you don't have a plan, you don't have a system, a belief system into your own, your sports betting system, then you really have nothing. If you're just going on the gut and you're not following the golden rules of sports betting, then you don't have a system, right? Portland taking on Cleveland, so I don't like anything in that game. Portland taking on Cleveland, looking at the line, -8. Well, that's a big line. And when I see that, let me see if Damian Lillard's in the lineup here tonight. That's the first thing that comes to mind. No Lillard, right? Let me see. Portland, and sure enough, Damian Lillard out, right? Peyton Hart. All right, so Kevin Love, Levert's out. Rubio. Yeah, Rubio's been out a while. All right, so no Damian Lillard tonight. Cleveland -8. You know the rules, right? I don't lay points. I'll take the points, but I won't lay points, right? Or I'll take the money line. -8. I got a 111, 103, and let me see what the calculator has. So let's go Portland. But you know what? The numbers might be a little bit skewed here because these numbers are based with Lillard in the lineup all year, right? So Portland against Cleveland. Let me do this. Cleveland survey says bottom line home team 8.34. So I'm going to write this down, 8.34, and I got 220. So I do like it to go over the total. Minnesota, Indiana, I think under would be the best play there. I'll just put a little note under. But this game here, I think, let's see, what did I have as a forecast here? 220.4. What's the line? 216. And I had what here? I got 111 to 103. So according to this, I got 214. So again, conflicting numbers. 3.25, 9.83. So it doesn't meet my line value in Portland, right? So if you look over here, VI, the value edge, the value index, this is my line. So I had Portland at plus 9.8, and you're getting +8. So we don't meet the line. I got Cleveland winning straight up, but I'm not touching. I don't think I'm going to touch this one. Let me see. Against B-type teams, 3-1, and Portland against A-type teams, look at that, 1-4. So when the Portland Trailblazers play A-type teams that have 60 or higher win percentage, 1-4. So no play here for me again. Sorry guys, no play. Don't force a play, right? And I say it all the time. Sometimes the best pick you make in sports betting is the pick you don't make, right? Philadelphia taking on Charlotte. All right, so the Sixers, big win last night for the Sixers, right? Nobody thought that would, I didn't think that would, Embiid out, Maxey out, Harden out. I was saying, wow, this is going to be like a G League game here tonight. But no, you got to give credit to the bench players. And hey, next man up, right? Step your game up. And they did last night. In fact, it was that was a butt kicking, 115-106 over Brooklyn. But Brooklyn's a mess. Hey, Brooklyn's a mess. All right, back to this one, Philadelphia, Charlotte. Let's see what the this line here. Look at this. The line -4.5, and you're getting Philadelphia off a win against Brooklyn. You would think this line would be, okay, Charlotte, a C-type team against a B-type team. I don't know. This line just tells me, okay, this is a really funny line, right? Something doesn't pass the smell test. When you see a line like this, I had Charlotte -3 in my line, and I had the I don't have a line here on the Sixers because they've never been in a situation like this year. That's why you see a 0 right there. Bearish 21 days. That and you know the rules, right? C-type teams, bearish. We don't bet C-type teams, right, Denis, the goalie?
No, you don't do that.
No, you don't do that. So I don't like this game, but for entertainment purpose only, let's do Philadelphia. Let's do a reset right here. Philadelphia. All right, Philly against Charlotte. And survey says away team 6.87 and the total at 221.36. All right, 221 and the total in this game is 214, so we got a flying over. Maybe the over is where you want to lean here today. All right, let's go to the next game. Brooklyn, Toronto. Yeah, this would be a interesting game. What's a Brooklyn record last 10 in Toronto? Let's go the Brooklyn Nets against the Toronto Raptors in Toronto. And when Brooklyn, look at this, when Brooklyn travels to the Scotiabank Arena, they are 2-8 in their last 10 straight up, but 6-4 against the number. And the Raptors, they've won 60% of their games against Brooklyn in the last 10 meetings. 6-4 straight up, 6-4 against the point spread. And look at that. Toronto's on a three-day rest. What's funny here is that there's no NBA teams yet this season on 3 days rest that are picking the -3 home favorite. We've never had that situation yet. And when the road team like Brooklyn is on the road on 0 days rest and they're picking the +3, 3-4 straight up and against the number. But let me take a look at the calculator. Let's go Brooklyn against Toronto. Let's do Brooklyn against the Raptors. Survey says home team 1.57. All right. And 223.44. I like the Raptors on the money line. Raptors money line. Let me see here, -62. But here, who's playing for the Raptors tonight? Who's in the lineup for your Toronto Raptors? Let me see. Toronto, where are you? Toronto. Here we go. All right, Scotty Barnes is a game time decision. What's up with Scotty? Knee. Hurt his knee. Didn't practice on Tuesday. Is considered a day-to-day. We got Freddie Van Fleet in the lineup. Gary Trent Green is back. OG Anunoby, one of my favorite players. Thaddeus Young is in. What about Siakam still out? Achua still out. Bantam Champagne. All right. You know what? Yeah, I like the Raptors here tonight. I like Toronto. 4-unit play. Look at that. I got them for a 4-unit play. -3.75. So you are getting good value on the Raptors. Give me Toronto. Maybe a silver bullet. Sacramento against Atlanta. And big win last night for the Kings. Now, here's the tough thing for Sacramento. You played last night. You got an emotional win. You had to hang. You had like a 14-point lead at one point in the fourth quarter. That lead diminished to like 3-2-1 point, and then you hung on for the win, right? So that, from an emotional point of view, from a team perspective, that's tough to do. Now you got to go to Atlanta and play the Hawks in their last game. I think they lost. Was it a loss? Let me see. Atlanta. I thought it was New Orleans. Did they play or Cavaliers? Yeah. 114-102. That was 2 nights ago. And now they're in a good spot. Let's see. Sacramento, they played last night. And when any NBA road team is playing in back-to-back games and they're a 3.5 to 6 point road dog, 1-7 straight up on the year, 2-6 on the number. So from a situational handicapping point of view, the Kings are in a bad spot here today. Now you're going to say, but Ron, they're an A-type team. They got a winning record. They're a 10-6 on the year, up against another 10-7 type team, right? Atlanta at home against those A-type teams, not a good record, 2-5. So they struggle against teams with a 60 or higher win percentage, and they beat the beatables, right? 6-1 against those C-type teams. And when Sacramento's on the road against B-type teams, only 1 game. But you know what? I'm going to take a let me see what my calculator says here. What's the money line on that game? Let me see. Basketball to NBA. Atlanta. Where's Atlanta? -205. Not bad. That's manageable. I like that. All right. Let's do this. Sacramento. But is Sacramento bullish or neutral? That's the only concern I have. And I do have the away team winning by 1.95. Wow. On the calculator. 230.44. And when you look at this right here, Sacramento bullish, 12 days. See, the team's hot. Team is playing really, really good. What's their Sacramento as a road underdog this year? 0-3. Okay, I like that. I like that. See that? Sacramento on the road this year as an underdog, 0-3, and the average score is 118, 115. Keep it. Remember that. So when Sacramento's on the road, they're on the road this year and they're a road underdog, they are 0-3, 115 to 118. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take Atlanta. Card laid, card played. Give me the Hawks. Dallas taking on the Boston Celtics. Now, somebody mentioned earlier Dallas has not won in Boston since what was it? They said. Let me go here. Let me see what was the last time Dallas won in Boston. Hey, Boston at home. Hey, this team is one of the toughest teams at home. 6-1. And when was the last time Dallas won in Boston? 114. Let me see here. At Boston. Let's see. At Boston, 95-92. Yeah. No, they won last March. Yeah, Dallas won 95-92. So whoever said that, unless you're talking football, maybe you're talking football. Let me see here. Yeah, somebody said earlier in the show that Dallas Mavericks didn't win in Boston since what was it up here? December. Yeah, so the Boston. Okay, December 18-20 was last time the Boston beat the Dallas. Oh, okay, I know what you mean now, Daryl. All right, so 107-104, 113-108, 110-107. Okay, I know what you mean now. 109-103. Yeah, you know what? You're right. That's a good catch, Daryl. That is a good catch. Yeah, Sacramento off Herder returns home to Atlanta, shooting lights out this season. So Daryl Turner says Sacramento Kings off offensive guard Kevin Herder returns home to Atlanta. That's a good angle. That is a good angle. Has beat since 2019. Yeah, I got it. You know what? That's a good angle. I didn't think of that. Kevin Herder. But you know what? It's not the same. If it's, Kevin Herder is a good player, but he's not like a marquee player, right? It's not like Damian Lillard or, like a LeBron James going back to Cleveland or something like that, right? I don't know. Yeah, between maybe it's a bulletin board game where Herder says, hey, you know what, extra $1,000 everybody's paycheck if we beat Celtics tonight. Maybe it's a bulletin board game inside the room, but from a fan's perspective, I don't think there's much meaning tonight from that angle, right? But Dallas, Boston. Yeah, you know what? Dallas, like our good friend Daryl Turner said here, and his other brother Daryl. Hey, sorry, I got to put that in there, the disclaimer. It's a Bob Newhart thing. I'm sure you get it. But Dallas and Boston. Let's see what the old. Herder has been playing well, says the Gent Woodworker. All right, All right, reset. Let's do this. Let's do Dallas against. Let me see, Boston. The one thing though, when you the one thing when you're in sports betting, you can't fall in love with a team, right? You got to fall in love with a number. I think that's one of the best things that I can. That's maybe a trademark, eh? Maybe I should trademark that, right? You can't fall in love with a team. You got to fall in love with a number. Hey, there's my trademark jingle. But what I mean by that is that, I catch myself saying, oh, there's Boston. I love Boston all the time, right? You can't fall in that trap. You can't fall in love with a team because, they won you one bet or won you two bet, right? That's one thing in sports betting. You can't be careful. Hey, it's like the love trap or love triangle of sports betting. Don't get caught in that emotional trap, right? Dallas against Boston. Survey says, and we do have the home team winning by 2.45 and 221.03. But like Daryl says, when a team has your number, they just have your number. Kevin is emerging as the next level player. He's putting the league on notice. Even KD spent some minutes praising him. Nice. But coach is right. He's not going to put a team on his back and lead them victory day in and day out. Great advice, Coach Pearls. Yep, those are pearls of the day right there. Hey, don't fall in love with a team. Fall in love with a number. All right, let me see here. Dallas against Boston. Man, I hate doing it, but I got when a team owns you, I got a 110, 107, and Dallas on the road against A-type teams. That's 4-3, not bad. 4-3, and how about let me up here, Dallas. 5-5, 7-3 against the number last 10 in Boston. So the last 10 trips, 7-3 against points spread. You know what? Dallas plus the points. I think you talked me into it, Daryl. You talked me into it. Hey, now I'll be emotionally invested tonight in that game. All right, let's get to the next one. Washington against Miami. Man, Miami, C-type team. Not used to seeing Miami, this bad. -2 is the line. Washington 210.5. When you think about it, Washington should be the C-type team and Miami an A or B, right? But hey, that's why. What does Herm Edwards say all the time? Where's my good friend Herm?
Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports.
Yeah, that's the great thing about sports.
You play to win.
Play to win,
and I don't
baby.
care if you don't have any wins. You go play to win. When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire. Get out.
I love that last line. You tell me it doesn't matter, get out. Hey, it's the way he says get out. Hey, get out of my house. If you don't want to play here, you don't want to pay your rent, get out. All right, let me take a look here. You play to win the game. Washington, Miami. All right, let's do the that's why we always have fun here, eh? Hey, coach, where's my Coach Rex? Gotta have fun when you do this show.
Can we have fun? You're damn right. I demand that we have fun.
Yeah, I demand that we have fun today on a wacky Wednesday. You know what? We can be wackier today because it is a wacky Wednesday. All right, Washington, Miami. All right, Miami, Washington survey says, and we do have a home team. Wow, look at that. 0.73 to 16.82. All right, calculator. I see you, calculator. And I got a 106, 105. All right. Washington on the road, though, 3-3. A little bit of Jekyll and Hyde, right? They're Jekyll at home, but they hide on the road. Well, not really. You got to respect a team that's 500 on the road. That's you got to tip your hat off to them, right? And 6-3 against. And here's the thing, right? Do you fall in love with the situation? It's Miami, it's the Heat, it's Wednesday night. In Washington, is it still the same old Washington? I think Washington's the play. I think Washington +2 is, let me see the injury report. Let me see the injury or the player availability. Hey, who's available tonight in Miami? Wow, look at Miami. That's like a MASH unit. Hey, look at all those game time decisions. There's no way you can go with a straight face and say, okay, I'm on Miami tonight when you got all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, almost like 11, 12 players. Hey, Jimmy Butler out. Yeah, no, you know what? Washington's the player tonight, guys. The longer the show rolls, the more viewers. Make sure to hit the like button. Yeah. Wizards over. Don't be surprised if you see a lot of overs in NBA tonight. Yeah, good point, Daryl Turner and his other brother, Daryl. Yeah, I agree with Daryl. I think Washington and Wizards over. Don't be surprised if you see a lot of overs in the NBA tonight, says Daryl. Yeah, I agree with you, Daryl. I'm going to take the Wizards. Yep, no defense NBA games tomorrow. And you know why? When you look at NBA games, it's like it's like touch football. It's like these guys, as soon as you breathe on somebody, all right, foul. I just breathe. It's like you just touch somebody, and it's just the no tolerance zero. Like, it really starting to get on my nerves. These referees with their I don't know if it's egos or just like but there's no debating. You know what I mean? Like, obviously you can say something, when you're okay, here goes a Ron Raymond rant here. Hey, holy cow.
Holy cow.
You can't play God as a referee. Just because you wear stripes doesn't say you're God. It just says you're a referee. And if a team wants to challenge a call, then they have the right to do it. But if it goes, oh my God, really? And if you give a technical just for like a comment like that, you got to have thicker skin. If you're a referee, there should be like in my mind, if I was a referee, I said, all right, there'll be a 3-second delay. If they say something after a call, I'll give them 3 seconds. But if they keep going on after 3 to 4, 5 seconds, then you give them the foul or whatever, the technical, right? But come on, man. If a team can't say nothing, then it's a joke. Anyways, it really bothers me when I watch an NBA game and I see a referee with God complex. It's like, oh, look at that guy, he's playing God today. Hey, you give a guy a whistle and he thinks he's God or something. Anyways, Anyway, don't get me going on those things. Hey, keep having fun.
Can we have fun? You're damn right.
Hey?
I demand that we have fun.
I know you like the Raptors coach. Yeah, Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse is the worst. Hey, when you watch Nick Nurse's body language, but it's I think it's a little bit better that Lowry's gone. But I think Lowry really instigated a lot of Nick Nurse's demeanor on the sideline. You know, when Lowry would flop and do something, and there were, you know, and there's a 2-second delay, and there's Nick Nurse. Because if he didn't have Lowry's back on a certain thing, then he didn't look right. He's like, oh, you know, you never have my back, coach. You know what's going on. Anyways, yeah, just come on, refs. Just stop playing God and call the game, right? All right. Where was I here? All right. Chicago, Milwaukee. I like Washington here. Chicago, Milwaukee. Chicago, a C-type team. I got 112-103. So if you're watching the show at home and you're saying, hey, you didn't give the final score, you didn't give the forecast, and you can see it on the what you see here, this column here is the percentage play. So I got Milwaukee winning at 81.2% chance of winning tonight compared to 25.4%. And I have a 112-103 victory. All right. Oh my God, it's already 11:51. Hey, time flies when you're having fun. But hey, what do you expect? There's 15 NHL games and 12 NBA games, right? And that's why you guys watch the show. Hey, I got to pull through for you guys here. Hey, right before Thanksgiving. 112-103 is what I have. Let's see what the calculator says. Let's do a survey. Says Chicago against Milwaukee. Hey, just keep those ladders away from Giannis there. That's all I got to say. Hey, I'm waiting for a t-shirt courtside, eh? Giannis with a ladder or something. Come on, you gotta have fun with that stuff. Hey, if you can't laugh at that, then you're taking life away. You're taking life wrong. Home team 6.73. A 6.73 for Milwaukee. You know, I don't understand Chicago these days. You know, they're a horrible team, and then they go out and they pull an upset the other night. It was against Boston. Hey, the best team in the league. And then, you know, let's just for shirts and giggles here. Let's go to that game, Milwaukee. Where's Milwaukee? There, first game on the board. I don't understand the Bulls. You know, Billy Donovan, great coach. I love Billy Donovan. I think he's a great coach. Went Florida, OKC. You know, great coach. But explain to me this. Explain to me this, Chicago. You know, you lose to the Magic. You lose, and then you beat the Boston Celtics. What's up with that? Hey, what is up with that? Hey, okay, you lose to Denver. Yeah, you should. The Pelicans, you should. The Raptors, yeah, you beat the Raptors. You know, and then the Raptors beat you. And then the Celtics, but you know what? The Celtics played the Bulls tough. I mean, the Bulls played the Celtics tough, 119-123. But this year, yeah, I just don't understand the Chicago Bulls. But what do I say against C-type teams, right? You don't like betting on C-type teams, right? -7 might get a little bit too expensive. Milwaukee money line. Milwaukee money line. Where's Milwaukee here? -245. Yeah, a little bit too chalky. A little bit too chalky. A lot of games on the board. My line was -9.8. And but Milwaukee 8-1 against C-type teams, where the Chicago Bulls 2-6 against A-type teams. How about the injury report? Giannis, he should be there tonight. I don't see anything in the line tell me different. When is Middleton back? Hey, can't wait to see Middleton back. Wrist. He's ruled out for Wednesday. Okay, so Middleton not playing tonight. And all right, so yeah, not going to touch this game. New Orleans against San Antonio. Now the Pelicans -7 on the road against a C-type team, and look at that, 8-1 against C-type teams. They should roll here, right? Hey, roll tide. That's what they should do here tonight. They should roll tide against the Spurs. Spurs 1-7 against A-type team, but New Orleans a B-type team. And Bears 16 days. I'm going to go New Orleans money line here, but I'm not laying whatever it is. I like New Orleans, but I'm not going to lay that. I don't like you know, I got the Pelicans winning by 9 here, or no, 11. I got them winning by 11. Let me see what the calculator has. Calculator says, let me see here. What do I got? New Orleans, San Antonio, New Orleans against San Antonio. San Antonio. I was just thinking it's gonna be a short show tomorrow. Only 3 games to handicap, but you know what? We'll do some NFL too. We'll make an hour tomorrow. New Orleans, San Antonio. Hey, we'll sit there while you guys are smelling your turkey in the oven, cooking. Hey, your pumpkin pies. Hey, gotta set the scene for tomorrow here. New Orleans, San Antonio. Survey says, wow, I got them winning by 10. I got them winning by 10. So 10.82 and a 226.2. So we do like it to go under the total. Maybe the under is where you want to go. What do you guys think of that game tonight? Well, this kind of party, huh? Well, this is our Thanksgiving treat right here. I was on Boston first quarter versus Bulls, shaking my head. Yeah, hit the like button, peeps. Only 2:44 here. Let's go. Let's make that happen. Let's get those likes up. All right, let me see here. Hey, we're giving you guys all the pearls here today. Denver taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Denver minus 2.5. Now, no Joker last night, and good thing we looked at that game. Remember we said all the injuries. And looks like, Joker will be back tonight. Let me see. He played last night. 31 points. He didn't play the last 3. But they said he was out. See what I mean? The NBA, you just can't trust the injury report. But, okay, if the Joker's in the lineup, how the hell do you lose to Detroit? Hey, that's what I need to know. Let me take a look at the Raymond report here. How does Denver do on the road after a loss? Let me see here. Denver at Oklahoma City. Let's take a look at the Raymond report on this one. Denver 6-4 in the last 10. OKC 3-7. My line 4.3. So we are getting good value tonight. So maybe money line. 66% chance of winning. How about after? Wow, look at that. Any NBA road teams are picking the -3, 1-4 straight up. I already said that earlier. Remember, on one team. Maybe the under is where you want to go tonight on this one. But Denver 7-3 straight up and against the point spread. The last 10 visits to Oklahoma City. And let me see how they do in back-to-back games off a loss. After the loss, 4-2. How about back-to-back? All right, let me go to my database here. Let me go to my super database. Let's go NBA. Probably tell you I knew. Crap. All right, then let me do this. Let's go super database. Let's do NBA. Let's do Denver. Let's do away team. In back-to-back games, coming off a loss. Back-to-back games, coming off a straight-up loss. All right, where's my loss? Down here, I think. There it is. All right, let's do last 2 years. We'll do last 2 years. All right, here we go. All right, so Denver is away team. I'll do away favorite in a minute. Back-to-back games coming off a loss last 2 years. Survey says, oh wow, only 3 occurrences, 2-1. All right, let's do any situation. Let's do home or away, and I'll do favorite after. Back-to-back 1-4. Wow, look at that. Denver's 1-4 last 2 years in back-to-back games. Let me do favorite, and then I'll do last. I got to do more than 3. Let me do last 4 years. 2-3. Not okay. 1-4. Yeah, you know what? I don't think this is a good handicapping situational spot for the Denver Nuggets tonight. Against C-type teams, they're 5-2, but look at OKC, 3-1. I'm going to play OKC tonight, plus 2.5. I think OKC plus 2.5. But the only thing I don't like is this record here. I don't like this record right here. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I do like it. I was going to say Denver at OKC, 7-3, but if you look at the last 10 head-to-head meetings, 7-3. How about as a home dog? They've been a home dog, 3-3 this year, and as a road favorite, okay, you know what? OKC. I don't understand Chicago either, says Gloria K. Yeah, and you're from Chicago, Gloria. Hey, that's even worse. That's like me saying I don't understand Ottawa. Hey, we're losing. Sorry, I got to do it.
We're losing!
That's one of the funniest clips ever. All right, so I do like OKC here tonight. Let me see the percentage play. 41. Yep. C-type team though. Beer pizza money. Remember, if it's a B or A, we can go a little bit on the investment side. But when you got a C-type team, and as Bill Parcells, and I say it all the time, you are what your record says you are. And if you're a C-type team, that means beer and pizza money. All right, did I do this here? Denver. Let me do this. Denver, OKC. Denver. Hey, top of the hour. Look at that. When was the last time I did an hour-and-a-half show? Denver, OKC. And when was the last time we had 25 games handicapped though, right? All right, Denver, OKC. Survey says the away team 4.69. Ooh. All right, we'll see if the calculator is right here. And 228.5 0.65. So we do like it to stay under the total of 230.5. Detroit, Utah. Did you say Utes? No, I said the Utah Jazz. 87.5%, 118-108. So I got a Jazz victory by 10, and I'm not touching Detroit. LA Clippers, Golden State. Here's a good game, and here's the thing that puzzles me a bit. Golden State, they are 8-10 on the year against the LA Clippers, who are 11-7. But the team that has a winning record is a 9-point underdog. Okay, that tells me. Let me load management playing tonight. Nope, he's out, of course. Paul George is out, so there's why. So we're looking at Jackson, Mann, Powell, Morris, Zubac. That's why you're getting 9, right? Clippers, no, but here's the thing. Do we get a situation like last night where you think Philadelphia is going to poop the bed, and next thing you know, they win the game straight up? I think, you know what? I'll take the uncomfortable pick of the night is Clippers +9. Clippers +9, the uncomfortable pick of the night. I got 114-105, so I got them right there at 9. And what did my calculator say? Let's do the calculator. Let's do let me see, what the hell is this? Man, these all right, there we go. All right, let me see. I don't understand. Chicago. Oh, geez. Okay, I gotta get this guy out of here. Sorry, guys. There's a spammer in the. All right, there we go. All right, let me see here. So we got Clippers against Golden State. So LA Clippers. Golden State. Survey says. All right, so Clippers, Golden State. Oh, look at that. 0.56 for the home team. Wow. 221.07. And according to ATS calculators, here's your top 10 teams power rating. All right, you ready for this? Hey, you ready for this?
Let's get ready to rumble!
At number 10, coming in at number 10, the Toronto Raptors. At number 9, Indiana. At number 8, Utah. 7 is Dallas. Number 6 is Sacramento. Number 5, Milwaukee. Number 4, Boston. Number 3, New Orleans. Number 2, Phoenix. And your number 1 power ranked team, according to the analytics at ATScalculator.com. The Cleveland Cavaliers at +7. So those are your power ratings right here at the ATScalculator.com website. And I'm going to take Clippers plus the points here tonight. And it's an uncomfortable pick of the night. All right. Speaking of uncomfortable, no, not uncomfortable, but let's get to my guy AI.
We talking about practice, not a game. We talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that?
No, it's not silly at all, because we are talking about the 80% Club stats, courtesy of your friends right here at ATSStats.com. And let's get to the tell the tape of our best stats here today. Now, today I'm going to show you guys the trends are broken down in 3 or 4. I think it's 4 segments right here. Head-to-head system trends. And you can see Golden State as a home favorite in the month of November, last 30. 27-3, 21-9. Okay, so be careful on that Clippers pick if you like the Clippers. When the Utah Jazz are a home team, the total's 220 or more. The last 15 games, 12-3 straight up. Miami Heat as a home team, the total 210 and between 210 and 215, 12-3 straight up, 10-5 against the number. And when Chicago's on the road against Milwaukee, last 10, 8-2 to the under. And let me see here. Clippers. Yeah, if you like the Clippers, here's one on the stat for the Clippers. When the LA Clippers are a 6.5 to 9 point road underdog on 1 day's rest, coming off a win against a Northwest opponent, 8-2 against the point spread. And if you like the Pelicans tonight as a road favorite on 1 day's rest, coming off 2 unders, they are 10-2 straight up. And let me see, we have a walk-off here. I got to get you guys a nice walk-off. Maybe a total. Hey, maybe we go to total on a walk-off. Let me see here. All right, I got to go to this one, the Clippers, the Golden State Warriors. Anytime Golden State is a home favorite, last 3 years during the month of November, 11-1 against the point spread. That's pretty good. All right, let me see. Any other good ones here? I thought Brooklyn, look at that. When Brooklyn's on the road after a division game during the month of November, 2-13-1 to the under. So some good stats and trends courtesy of your friends right here at ATSStats.com. Let's go to the NHL. Let's take a look at the NHL stats and trends tonight. And we do have some good trends here for you guys. I got a great one on the Rangers. If you like the Rangers, I'll show you a good one right there. If you like Boston on the puck line, and Boston routine month of November 9-1, mostly because of this year, right? Let me see. Colorado's a home team, November 12-3, last 15. The Winnipeg Jets as a road underdog last 5 years, coming off an Eastern Conference opponent, and it was a win, 14-2 in the puck line. If you like the Flyers tonight, anytime Philadelphia's a road team against an Eastern Conference opponent, 1 day's rest, coming off a 3-goal loss, and they scored exactly 2 goals, 4 in their last game. How can that be a 3-goal loss then, right? Oh, that doesn't work. So let me see. I'll come back to that one. I got to do come off a 3-goal loss, and they scored 3. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so they're coming off a 3-goal loss, and they only scored, so it's a 5-3 victory, right? A 5-2 loss. They're 8-2 in their next game, and they're playing, who are they playing next? Washington. Yeah, I do like Philly tonight. Remember I told you guys that earlier in the show? Remember way back in the show when we did the NHL? So yeah, I do like that one. That's a good one. Philadelphia. Rangers, here's that perfect stat. Here's my mic drop off. Anytime the New York Rangers are a road favorite, last 4 years coming off an over, 10-0 straight up. And you know my rules, right? If I have 10 occurrences more, then it becomes a top play. So Rangers, a nice play here tonight. I gave you that great stat system on the Rangers too, right? Back-to-back games coming off a 2-goal win, something like 16-3 or something like that. It was just incredible. All right, that was the show. Wow, that was the show today. But we did have fun.
Can we have fun?
And we gave you winners.
I want winners.
Go Canada, tough match against Belgium today. AI been waiting all morning to talk about practice. Yeah, we talking about practice.
We talking about practice.
Hey?
No, you don't do that.
You don't do that.
No, we don't do that. We do
We're
this.
talking about practice.
80% club stats. All right, folks, that is the show today. Man, this was a long one here today. How long did we go here today? An hour, 35 minutes, almost 2 shows in one. But you know what? It's I feel like the holiday season's already here, right? It is here. I'll be back here tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day in the United States, and I'll be back here with the wrap up of the 3 NFL games. We'll take a look at some of the other games. We'll take a look at the Friday college football game. So even though tomorrow, like Friday's Football Friday, well, Friday's football is all we have tomorrow. So we'll take a look at those 3 NFL games, and we'll handicap the college football games on Friday. All right, folks, as you know, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back here on the Thursday, Thanksgiving, and have yourself a great rest of your day. Harry Carey.
Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey from Wrigley Field on a beautiful day for baseball.
All right, have a good one.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Joe own the Chiefs.
Owns.
I don't know.
Struggling.
Can we have fun? You're damn right. I demand that we have fun.
Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only.
Straight cash, homie.
Holy cow!
You know, it's a dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
What the hell's going on out here? Woo!
If you smile, but the rock is cooking.
That's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.
Let's go to eat a goddamn snack.
Look over there, big red lips, long blonde hair. Say, come here, baby, let me get you stare. Like the way you walk when you walk over there. Hey, yeah, would you look over there?